Okay, I'm just outside here at my little campfire at my house, and what we have here is just a pile of logs, from a fire that I had actually at the end of fall, beginning of winter, and they've just been sitting here. And what I want to do is show you actually how to reignite one of these logs, okay? And it is possible. It doesn't matter if you're at home with your campfire pit or if you're camping out in the woods or in a survival situation. Okay, the point of me showing you this is in case you forgot to make your char cloth on the last fire, or you lost your char cloth and you needed to ignite your fire with your flint and steel. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have a ferro rod, flint and steel, all you need is a spark to reignite one of these logs. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and again, this fire is sat through all winter long, these logs. Okay, they've sat outside, weathered, and all kinds of stuff. But the point is if you have a fire one night, because most of the time your fire will go out in the middle of the night, especially if you're just camping, you're comfortable, so you're sleeping the whole night through, you wake up, fire's out. Well, one cool trick to do is just reignite that fire with a simple spark. Okay, now I'm going to go over in the shade so you can see where the spark hits and see how it all works and everything, because in the sun it'll be hard for you to see that. So I'm going to take one of these logs and just go over to the shade over there, and we'll hit it with the ferro rod, just a simple little spark, get it going and blow it and show you how that works. Okay, so I grabbed my ferro rod, piece of that log from the fire, and you want one that's got some fairly good charring on it so you can keep it blowing and get a real big ember growing on there. And what I'm going to do is just bring you guys in closer so you can see how that spark lands and see what it looks like and what it does when it does land. Okay, so let me bring you in here. Okay, so I brought you guys in close now. What I want to do is just take and hit this thing so I can grow that ember up through this charred material like this. Okay, so I hit it. If you don't get nothing, you just keep hitting it until you get that spark to land in the right spot. One that landed here that wants to go. Okay, I'm hoping you can see that there. See how that ember's growing right there? That's exactly what we want right there. Okay. What we want to do is keep growing this thing. Once it gets big enough, we can keep feeding it an extreme amount of air. Okay, and it should take off for us. Okay, I think you guys can see that there. Let me bring you in really close here. Right on top of it. Okay, and that all started from a single spark right there. Okay, which is huge for us, because that means flint and steel will work for us. We don't need our ferro rod. Okay, so I'm just giving this light air. Now what I'm going to do is bring you back out, and we're just going to keep blowing on this and blowing on this and see how big we can get it. Okay, so I'm just going to keep everything rolling so you guys can see all this going down. Hoping I'm in frame there. Okay, I can already feel the heat pouring off this thing right at me. Okay, and this is a really good trick to know if you do have flint and steel. Like I said, if you forget to make char cloth or don't have any or lost it or it's wet, this is a good way to keep your fires going. And if you had to carry one of these logs with you, just carry one just to do this, well, why not? Okay, I think you guys can see this. I'm trying to keep you in frame here. We got a hot enough ember where I know if I had the right materials I could blow this into flame. Okay, so that's just a little trick I just wanted to show you guys with reigniting logs like that. Okay, and you could sit here, it takes a little bit of time. You could blow it back into flame if you just kept going and going with it. It's a pretty neat little trick. So go ahead and get yourself some logs. You know, I don't know if all logs work. Certain wood types I'm sure are different. So you'll have to experiment. You know, just go out there and start some fires, and the next day fire goes out, grab a log, hit it with a spark, see if it takes off for you, and see which one's blowing to flame quicker than others. You know, hardwoods and softwoods. I'm sure softwood would be great for this. I think this here is tulip poplar, actually. I think. I'm not 100% sure, don't remember. It's been a while. It's been sitting around for a while. But that's how you do it. Just a simple spark. Keep blowing on it, and that flame will just keep growing, or that ember will just keep growing for you, and eventually you'll have a fire going again. You know, you grab a little tinder or something laying around, stuff it in there once it gets big, and blow that. You'll get some flame. All your other materials will just take right off for you. So there you have it. There's a quick way to reignite some charred wood.